I think if Ailish Tynan is not one of Ireland's national treasures, she certainly is one of the Irish Chamber Orchestra's treasures. We absolutely love performing with Ailish as she brings all of her warm personality to every single concert. I had the chance to chat to her to find out all about our upcoming Christmas concerts. Ailish, first of all, I want to ask you about Dies Natalis by Windfree. So I know what Windfree's music sounds like. I know the kind of harmonic structure, the kind of sound of this kind of writing, but I don't know what Dies Natalis is about. So can you tell me, what is this music about? And also tell me what it means to you.
Well, the translation of Dies Natalis is Day of Birth, and the song I'm singing is called Wonder. The piece from it that I'm singing is called Wonder, and it is indeed literally full of wonderment. It's been so appropriately titled. It's basically a child coming into the world and their first day looking around, seeing everything, and taking in the whole of really God's wonderful creation. The text was written when Finzi set it to music. It was written a good 200 plus years earlier with a very heavy religious context. I think it couldn't be more appropriate for the festive season because the preceding movement, Finzi has written that he was inspired by the dancing circle of angels looking down on the oxen stall in Botticelli's painting The Mystic Nativity. So we've got it all there. It's all laid out for us. Christmas, here we come. But the Finzi piece, as I say, it's full of wonder. It's tender. This child's experience of the world at first viewing, purity, innocence. Ah, what a wonderful place to be.
Also in the concert, we're performing Mozart's Exultate Jubilate. In my mind, this is a really virtuosic soprano part, and there are a lot of vocal fireworks. It's kind of right across the range, it's kind of up and down, it's loud, it's soft. I'm interested to know, is this a hard solo part to sing? And also, what is it that you find so exciting about singing Mozart?
Well, Matthew, now I don't want to toot my own horn, and I'm sure there are some sopranos that might say it's tricky, but I just adore this piece. I would almost go as far as to say it's one of my party pieces, although the older I get, the more everything seems to be becoming my party piece. Because when you get old, Matthew, you start doing things over and over again. But this is one that it'll be a revisit for me, and it's a very joyful revisit. And as I say, joyful because it is all about joy. It is an explosion of joy, this entire piece. The first movement we sing Exultate Jubilate. I mean, a lot of people know it for the last movement where I repeatedly sing Alleluia, but the first movement is so joyful in itself. Exultate Jubilate, I'm exulting, rejoicing, and my song is mingled with the song of heaven. So I just like to abandon myself to the joy of this piece. And I find once you commit to a piece joyfully, an awful lot of the technical issues sort themselves out. So then you can just start to have fun. For example, last week I was actually doing some masterclasses and one of the girls brought the Alleluia, and I just ended up literally the two of us singing it together and waltzing around the room because I wanted her to experience that freedom, that joy, and sense of just letting yourself go and enjoying the music. And very often when we do that, the singing becomes very easy. I know it's hard to believe, but if you commit to the text and commit to the mood, very often everything else slots into place. The joy of singing Mozart. I mean, who wouldn't want to sing Mozart? He wrote this when he was a teenager. Can you believe it? I can't even begin to think what I was doing as a teenager. I'm sure I wasn't out writing fantastic motets like this. But yeah, every note is just perfect. He originally wrote it actually for a castrato. So luckily enough, I'll be coming to Limerick to sing this with all my bits and bobs intact.
Now, for us, the ICO, our Christmas concert, it is a real it's an end of term feeling, but it kind of also feels like the start of Christmas. We always really enjoy this concert. We always really look forward to it. I'm interested to know, what are you most looking forward to about this concert?
Well, I love the Irish Chamber Orchestra, and no matter where I go to a concert to sing in something, like last week I did something at the Royal Albert Hall, and here's a member of the Irish Chamber Orchestra in the orchestra. I did something with the Brighton Philharmonic, here's a member of the Irish Chamber Orchestra. They these guys feel a little bit like family to me, my musical family, and I really feel when I come home to Limerick that I'm coming home. I mean, I'm from Mullingar, but these guys are like my musical home, and they're all so warm, so musical, so talented, and we always just have the most fantastic time making great music together. They are really one of my favourite concerts. Another brilliant thing for me is my mother, who's 90, will be coming along to the concert. So that's a lovely thing for me to be able to have her at my concerts. It's getting a little bit tricky, of course. I live in London, so it's getting a little bit trickier for her to get abroad. So opportunities like this are mean everything to me. And I love singing in St. Mary's, and the church in Wexford's going to be a new experience for me, so I'm looking forward to that too. And I'm also looking forward to working with Karen Ivry, and I've never worked with her before. But Jerry, who's the boss at Irish Chamber Orchestra, tells me that she's really something special. So I think we'll have a great few days. And I also think that when you've got a relationship like that with an orchestra, it shows in your performances. You know, it really reads to the audience that we're all there having a wonderful time making music of the highest quality.
It's going to be an absolutely brilliant start to Christmas. Ailish, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Matthew. Great to chat to you. Can't wait to see everyone in Limerick and Wexford.